Hey folks, Ginger Princess here. Um, just got off the phone with my mom, and I thought that sort of inspired me to tell a story about her and my dad. Um, my mom has told me this story quite a few times, and I always enjoy it. I really do because it just epitomizes what my mom is like. She's fun and she's kind of silly and she's very open to things, open to experiences. I wouldn't say gullible, just very trusting, and I know I've gotten a lot of my qualities from her, sometimes to a fault. But anyways, I've got a lot of those qualities, and I really, she's such a wonderful person. She's 83 and she's been on her own since she was 57 when my dad passed away suddenly. So I mean, she's tough. She's a tough woman. She's been through a lot, breast cancer and the whole 9 yards. So, but anyways, this is a story that she used to tell me. And it's from when she was pregnant with my older brother. My parents had met in the Navy. And my mother was, I think, almost 30, and my dad was 38, 39. So they were older, especially in 1966. That would have been really quite old to be single and childless. And so they met. They were fixed up by some of the people that they were in the forces with. And luckily it worked out. But anyways, so this story is my mom and dad went for a walk one night. My dad, I guess, my mom says daddy used to take her for walks. It's almost like he felt like he needed to get her out and get her walking, moving around. He was very conscientious like that, and very bossy too. And so they went for a walk on the beach, it being Nova Scotia, the east coast of Canada, and there was a big flock of seagulls that went overhead. And my mom said, "Oh my God, Lloyd, maybe Herman is in there." And my dad sort of looked at my mom sideways, apparently, and was like, okay. Not quite knowing what was wrong, if my mom was getting a little bit loopy from being pregnant or what. He wasn't sure what was up with her. So before we go any further in the story, I have to say that what the deal was that my mom had made friends with this woman who took in injured seabirds and other creatures, I think. And so she had taken in this injured seagull and named it Herman. And my mom, I guess, had gotten familiar with Herman, and Herman knew my mom. As much as a seagull can know someone, I guess. I'm not sure how that works, but anyway. So so that's that backstory. So now my mom and my dad are on the beach. They're walking. My mom sees this flock of seagulls and says, "Oh, it might be Herman." And my dad humors her, is like, "Oh yeah, sure, Herman, yeah, whatever." And so what did my mom do? She called. She said, Herman, come here, Herman." And my dad Mama always tells this story, and she laughs. She says, "Oh, your father was just looking at me like I was a little bit loopy, a little bit crazy." Understandably. And lo and behold, this bird comes down and lands right in front of my mom. So I'm sure my father was dumbfounded, and my mom was very confident. Well, it's Herman. Of course it's Herman. Like, who else would it be? And I think she said, "Yeah, your dad took out his cigarettes," because both my parents smoked back then. Horrible habit. And you took out the paper, the silver paper from the pack, and gave it to the bird. And Herman took it, and I think he took it and flew away. So that story might not be as spectacular as you might have been anticipating or hoping, but it's just, for me, it's just the epitome of my mom. That sweet, open, generous, just, "Hey, buddy," like everybody. Just, she's been through a lot, but she's still a sweet person. And I'd like to think that that's a good lesson to take, is that, life can beat you down easy peasy. You can get really bitter very, very easily without much pushing, because life is tough. But it's how you choose to look at things, and you open yourself up to things, and you don't immediately say that, oh well, that can't possibly be, that can't be possibly be Herman up there. Maybe it's Herman up there. Maybe Herman's up there waiting. So anyway, that's my story for today. Yeah, I think I'm gonna invest in a tripod, and I think I'm gonna invest in a comfy place to sit. This is hard. Anyway, to be continued, I guess. Peace out.